So this is some of the questions. Question number 5 of the second chapter of Bodhicharyavatara. The first question is, thank you for such a full explanation of the meaning of making prostrations. I had not really understood this at all before. Is it okay just to start doing a small number of prostrations while keeping in mind the meanings you describe as part of my daily practice? Of course, you can make prostrations at any time. The prostration is not necessarily a part of any practice. Sometimes people think that because we do prostration at Ngondro, so they think that you can only do prostrations as part of the Ngondro practice. That's not true. You can prostrate any time, and it is not that you have to do lots of prostrations. You can do only 3 prostrations, 7 prostrations, 21 prostrations, or just 1 prostration also. I mean, it's or hundreds if you want, or thousands. You can do this, at any time. Not necessarily you have to do it all the time. You don't have to make a commitment. You can do practices any time like that. But this is just understanding of the prostration and something that you have to know what you are doing while prostrating. But it is not that every prostration you do, you need to kind of visualize all those things and remember all those things also. I think it's not totally necessary. But and also there are much more detailed explanations than this. And this is just one, maybe a shorter version of the explanation. I think that's the answer. Then that was from Linda. Then there's Terry Evans. The question is, Rinpoche, at the moment I am disabled and therefore unable to do prostrations. This is ironic, as I liked the physicality of the practice. I am inclined to believe that the merit, however, lies with the pure intention and not the physical expression in itself. With this in mind, I sit on a chair and visualize the activity, and I am sure this must be okay if the intention is the criteria. Sometimes, however, I wonder if this is a denial of my condition, which I don't feel guilty about it. It's just being the way it is at the moment. After all, this is a situation that many folk find themselves in to varying degrees. The text can often ignore the diversity of the human condition and assume that we function with all out faculties and physical attributes. So therefore it's tempting to visualize ourselves with these. But as I said above, this seems to be a denial of my reality. I wonder if that is the point I should be working from. It would be very grateful for your comment on this. It is very true. You can sit on a chair and then do the visualization of making prostrations. And sometimes it is even recommended that you emanate thousands and thousands or millions and millions, limitless number of bodies, and then do the prostration. And also see or consider that with you, all the sentient beings are also doing the prostration together with you. You can, if you are not able to do the prostration with your body, it is not that you cannot imagine your body doing the prostration. You can even make, feel there are many, many bodies. You have emanated lots of bodies from you, all of them very young, very energetic, and all of them doing prostrations, along with all the other people. I think this is the usual way. And then, of course, you can also, just kind of fold your hands and put it on your, the kind of three centers, on top, body, speech, and mind. And then a little bit bow down. This is usually done, and this is something recommended also, especially for people who cannot physically do the prostration. Of course, that does not mean that you need to do only prostration. You can't do other things. Of course, you can do other things also. It is not that you have to do only prostration to practice Dhamma. This is very much something that is very important to understand. I don't really understand what you mean by a denial of my condition. Of course, if somebody who's not able to do it with your body, then you're not able to do it with your body. But you can do it with your mind. There's nothing about denying or denying. This, I think, can be understood. You continue. I would also like to add how much I and other folk who are unable to attend your teachings appreciate this Shedra. A heartfelt thanks to you and those who have made it possible. So thank you very, very much. It's not too much effort for me, but sometimes when I'm traveling, because of the busyness of the traveling and because of the facilities of sending and recording, sometimes it doesn't happen on time, but I'm sure you will forgive me, and whenever I'm able, I will record the sessions and send it online. Thank you very much. I appreciate your letter. Thank you very much. And then there is another question. It is always puzzling for me when I find contradictions in the teachings. I recently received one where it was explained that we shouldn't stay for long on the floor while prostrating, because the speed at which we got up symbolizes our celerity to give up samsara. As there are many wishes to make when our head touches the floor in your description, I don't really know what to do. Please, can you advise? What is the time limit is explained as the, too long. How long is too long that you can put your head on the ground? I think it is. It's nothing like that. I don't think there's any contradictions. You can do, very fast prostrations, but you can do very slowly prostrations also, according to your, conditions of the body and conditions of the mind. And if you are doing like many prostrations, then 100,000 and things like that, then maybe you want to do it quickly, and then you can do it quickly. So these, descriptions or explanations of what significance is, with each kind of movement, what is the significance, and what kind of wishes you can make with these body movements, this is not necessarily taking lots of time. It doesn't need to take lots of time. It's just a wish. It's just a kind of understanding. And it is not also that every time you do that, I don't think it is necessary that you have to think about, when I'm putting my right hand and when am I putting left hand, because most of the time you are putting your right and left hands together, and also you are putting your right and left knees together also. So it's not necessarily like that, but you can do it as fast as you can. You can do it as slowly as you want, or you can. I don't think if you put your ground a little bit longer also, it's not necessarily a big problem. It doesn't mean that you will not get out of the samsara for a very long time. I mean, how long you want to put your head on the ground. So therefore, I think it is not a problem. But this is, the prostration is not necessarily always only to do with ngöndro. You can do prostrations, as I said earlier, anyway, anytime. But it's not that ngöndro's prostration is something different and other prostration is something different. It's not like that. It's the same thing. But actually, I think you should also understand that the ngöndro, what you really do at the ngöndro, when you are doing, during the time when you are doing prostration most of the time, is not prostration, it's the refuge. You are doing refuge practice. And sometimes people do ngöndro with it. Some like in Kaju, then they do prostrations along with refuge. Some don't do. Some do prostrations along with, seventh branch practice, and then not with refuge, but do refuge also. So there are many slightly different ways of doing things, and the traditions and things like that. It doesn't it's not it's not that important, kind of whether you put your head and get it up in 2 seconds or 3 seconds or 1 second or like that. It doesn't make any difference there. It just generally you don't kind of it's a general description and things like that. Another point that the question goes on. Another point is about the ngöndro. I already find it difficult to practice prostrations with body, speech and mind. I fear it could become overwhelming to add these wishes when the different members touch the floor. So I wonder if this teaching matches with the ngöndro. So the ngöndro, as I said already, the ngöndro prostration and the prostration that's described here is exactly the same. It's not two different things. Whether you want to do it elaborately or unelaborately is a different thing. You can, it's a body, speech and mind, making prostrations or making homage with the body, speech and mind is when you are kind of touching your three sides, then body, speech and mind, clarifying the body, speech and mind and things like that. This is very much part of the description. And you can sometimes concentrate more on something, you can sometimes concentrate more on another part or another way. You can sometimes do it without too much thinking, and sometimes you can concentrate on the refuge tree when you're doing the prostration, not on your, body, speech and mind or what you are doing with the prostration, but more on the refuge tree. Sometimes you can concentrate more on all the sessions beings doing their prostration, but not on yourself or not on the... Sometimes you can concentrate more on, transformation or the the blessings being received. So, it's not that you have to concentrate or you have to focus on only one thing all the time. You can also change this, according to your situation. If you are tired of one, you can adopt another one. And then you are a little bit tired of this, then you do something else. Then you need some little bit more inspiration, then you think all those kind of things that is described. So this is, generally the way. So I hope I've made a little bit clearer. So therefore you say, I'm sure you will make things clear for me again, and for that I send you my thanks and homage. So thank you also very much, and I hope I have made a little bit more clearer, but if not, you are most welcome to send another question. Thank you very much.